Hello fellow YouTubers, Toronto Collector here. This here is a short video here about my step-by-step as to how I'm going to be expanding a bit of space here for my Funko I have right now, which had to be moved out of my collection due to space, and creating space for more future Funkos coming in. So this is a short video about how I need to create some more space using existing materials I have at home. So, hope you enjoy. Hi guys, Toronto Collector here, back with you here now. I had to change camera angles here, and unfortunately with the smartphone, I can't do it by pausing the video, so I had to start a new one here. So anyways, this is me expanding my display here. Now keep in mind that all of my pops, not most of them, all of my pops here are displayed on what you can see here is a window sill. And how I cut down the glare and to save the back of the pops, what I use is I use a poster board at the very top. You see that top line up there? That's the very top of a poster board that I simply attach to the window with two-sided tape to cut down on the glare so the sun, because I face the west, my window here faces the west. As you can see there, the glare coming from the sun. So I put that poster board up there to block the sun, so the sun does not come in and just fade the back of my pop boxes. As you can plainly see, I'm an in-the-box collector here, so since these are sitting on the windowsill, I didn't want the sun to come in and fade the back of the boxes. Believe me, that's happened with some of my other figures. The sun hit the back of the other display boxes so much that it weakened the plastic material, and the boxes finally fell apart, and I was forced to display some other figures out of the box. So it does happen. So as you can see here, these pops here are sitting on the windowsill right there, and this area here used to have a desk in front of it, but since the desk just became a catch-all, I said to myself and to Maria, let's 86 a desk, because it's just a catch-all anyways. And it was used for an old desktop computer, which we no longer use, and just be used for catch-all. So now we use it for, we have a cat, so we use it for a litter box at the corner, which I'll spare you the visual of the litter box, and some stuff in the corner over there, which I have to so you go through. But this is a short video here as to how I'm going to be expanding my storage of my pops on the what I call the south wall, because we face west, and that way is south, that way is north. So I call this particular window here the south window. So I'll be using materials here that I have around the apartment as a makeshift shelf. So that's what this video here is about here. So I'm not that great a handyman, but I have a few skills. So I hope you enjoy the video if you do keep watching. Okay guys, we're back here, and this is normally the table I use for the unveiling. That's actually my makeshift camera holder right there, where the camera is leaning back against this old computer speaker when I do my unveiling. And this is the table I use, makeshift table. So this gives you a kind of an inside look at my studio. As you can tell, we are in an apartment, so there is the other angle, the south wall, from another angle. What I'm going to be doing today, hopefully with my skill set, is attaching a makeshift, let me change my camera angle here, I'm holding the phone. I attaching a makeshift shelf right to here. This here is the bottom of the windowsill, as you can plainly see. And I'm going to be attaching a makeshift shelf right along the wall over here to just about here. This is an old video camera that I still have, that I don't know if it even works, but anyways. Attaching a makeshift shelf right along there to become level with the windowsill here. And I have this one over here. This is actually an old board that I cut down when I put our air conditioner in from a piece of scrap board from Home Depot. And yes, we do have a Home Depot here in Toronto, which is good because they sell scrap pieces of wood for a real cheap price compared to other building suppliers here in Toronto that want full price here for a whole sheet. And sometimes you don't need a whole sheet. You only need just the small remnants of when they cut big boards down to smaller boards for customers. And Home Depot had remnants, and I was able to get a remnant there for the wood for the air conditioner and some of these shelves here. So this is the wood here I plan to be using here. I don't know the exact measurements. I don't get that technical with it. But as you can see here, that's one of the pops there I had to remove out of my collection when I got Diana, William, and Charles a couple of days ago. And hopefully, if you're a regular viewer of my channel, you have already seen the unveiling, which is on the channel. So they had to be removed temporarily for space. So I'm hoping that I can mount this one, this makeshift wooden shelf here, which is just a plain plywood. As you can see, if anybody knows anything about wood, you know that it's just a simple plywood here. The camera tries to focus on it. Just simple plywood there, 1/2 inch thick plywood. Very simple design. Simple yet sturdy. It's about 1/2 inch thick plywood. So that's what I'm going to be using for the shelf here. And I just happen to have some brackets around here from other projects I was working on here, which I've completed. Brackets there. I have my trusty pen to make my holes for the bracket on the wall. Yes, I use a pen. I don't use a pencil. I'm not confident. Then I have my screws here and my rawl plugs here. Up here we call them rawl plugs. I'm not sure what to call them elsewhere, but here we call them rawl, R-A-U-L, rawl plugs for the wall there for when you need additional anchorage space right there. And I thought those screws initially were too narrow. I thought they would slip right through these holes. But actually, no, they don't slip right through the holes. I was very happy that they didn't slip through the holes. So those are the screws and rawl plugs, and I have 4 or 5 sets of those. And I have, each of these brackets here has, as you can plainly see, 3 holes in them. So I have enough here to mount these brackets here onto the shelf, then onto the wall right there. So I'm not going to be recording as I do it there. I'll spare you that, because I will make this video very, very long. But I'll just show you the beginning things here, step, phase by phase, as I do it there. So this is the very beginning of this project. I'm not that great a handyman, to tell you the truth. This is not my forte. My skill set is a driver by trade. I'm a driver, but I do have some skills. So I'm going to pause this one or stop this one while I go to the next step. So please, I hope you do stay tuned. Okay, fellow YouTubers, the next step here is I don't have a workbench here, so I'm having to use my lap. So pardon, I'm not trying to be bad or anything like that, but show you here. My next step here is to simply take my brackets, which I'm going to be attaching there, and I put my bracket like this. And my next step here is simply drawing those screw hole indicators where I'm going to be putting screws in here, because I want to attach the shelf to the brackets. So that's the next step there. Okay, and we're back here, and I've now attached the brackets to the piece of wood. And anybody who's worked with wood before will say, well, may ask me, Toronto Collector, did it pierce the other side? The answer to that is a little bit. A little bit, not much. A little bit, not much. If the camera could focus there. There's a little bit of piercing on the other side there, because the screws here, I guess these screws here are a little bit longer than the wood. The wood is thick there, but a little bit, but nothing major. So next is to put the beginner holes to the bracket here on the wall side. Okay, so as you can see there, hopefully the phone will focus. The 3 screw holes for both brackets there have now been drawn onto the wall. Even though there's a big crack in the wall there, I didn't do that crack. So, next step. Hello fellow YouTubers, and with the magic of pausing the camera and doing the work, here is the shelf that is up, mounted on the wall with those brackets there. It's a good thing that I paused the camera while I put those brackets on the wall, I did not use a drill or raw plugs. I didn't have to use raw plugs here, which is good, because if anybody's used raw plugs putting things, screws into walls, you know that raw plugs, or wall plugs, whatever you want to call them, can be a pain in the butt to use. So thankfully I didn't need to use raw plugs. I was able to attach the screws right into this concrete wall. So there's my shelf up. Next thing I have to do is paint it, but it'll be good for now. This is actually an upcoming pay week for me, so I'll be able to buy some paint and paint the bracket there. If I paint it nice and white, I have to consult Mary about this, because if I paint it nice and white, it's not going to match the wall, because this wall here is kind of robin's egg or off-white or whatever. It's not as white. The wall itself is not as white as my poster board. I know that for sure. So anyways, that is the shelf up there, and this is a sturdy shelf. That's not going anywhere. And you see the brackets there, there's no jiggling of the brackets. Now that the brackets jiggle when I tried to move the shelf. See, I'm moving the shelf a little bit here. I don't know if the camera can pick that up or not. And the brackets, they're not moving. Brackets are not moving at all. So that's a good sturdy shelf there, fellow YouTubers. And there's my pop. Now this is not going to be staying here. I mean, when I get more Incredibles, that heavyweight there is going to go into Marie's collection. I'm going to actually be giving her a proper store-bought shelf, not a rough-in one like this one. So heavyweight there is going to be going onto her collection in another room. But when I get more Incredibles over here, they're going to be continuing over here. So this one here is actually going to be going up higher to match up with Prince Harry up there, my second row. So anyways, that's the roughed-in shelf, and I do mean roughed in. From a piece of wood I found, brackets and screws I already had around the apartment here, very roughed in, but it'll do for now. So I hope you've enjoyed this video here, and maybe you've learned how to maybe adapt to your surroundings, adapt to what you have around the house when you need an impromptu shelf put up. And so you don't have to say, oh, I'll do it later. Yeah, I can be a procrastinator too, but later has to come around sometime. Anyways, that's a good angle of the shelf, the pop, and the bracket. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I didn't mean to make it 12 minutes long, but hope you've enjoyed it there. To all collectors saying, thanks for watching. Please, if you do like this video, please remember to subscribe, leave your comments down below, and hit the bell icon there, so when I post more videos there, you as a subscriber will get notified about it there. I hope you do subscribe and enjoy my videos. So this is Collector saying, take care.